Do you wanna make your e-commerce, blog, business website faster and achieve maximum results on Google's PageSpeed? Hey there. Welcome to our web speed optimization course where you will learn and apply quick tips and hacks to achieve good speed on your website. Let's start without wasting any time. So first of all, we will cover the topics by one and we will do it in steps. So first of all, the first step is to choose a right web hosting company. For that, we are going to use Lovato. So it's easy to use and easy to maintain. There are multiple hosting companies which are selling the web hosting, but they are not selling the quality. I will recommend you to choose a quality web hosting company which provides 100% or at least 99% 9% uptime guaranteed. For this video we are going to use Lovato web hosting company, which is providing reliable and secure and fast web hosting in a affordable price. So let's get started without any wasting time. So there are multiple also companies which you guys can try. You guys can also, if you have higher budget, you guys can go with AWS, or you guys can go with managed hosting providing services, or also the Lovato is planning to come up with the managed hosting services, so that you can enjoy that reliable managed hosting also. So over here we can see in the hosting section, if we go, we can see we have three plans here starting from 0.7 affordable price. So we also have this unlimited plan. We are going to use this plan over here. So now on this step we have to register a domain. So if we already have our website, we can just use this existing domain and we will type our domain name, whatever it is. We will type that domain name here, something like, you guys can say abcmart something.com. So we will not type the dot here and we will just enter the com, then we will click to use and it will redirect us to this page. From here we can choose a billing cycle and then we will click to preview order. Here is the preview order. We have this thing in our cart. Let's continue to check out. If you see, we have here payment methods like Easy Paisa, Jazz Cash if you are from Pakistan, and if you are outside, you guys can pay with the bank transfer or you guys can pay with the PayPal also. So then you will click to complete order. Once you have completed your order, you will go to home here and you will see this amazing dashboard here. So on this here you can see you have the services also. Below you can see your active services here. So here is the quick tip. If you have the active service, you can find from here, or you guys can go to here, and here you will see your domain. If you want to buy a domain, you guys can register from here. So let's go to services. I want to search a domain which is called Lovato something. Let's go to manage and log into our control panel, and we will build our site here. So if you have the hosting on another company, you guys can basically request a ticket here in the support section and you guys can transfer your website to this hosting. Or if you want to get more faster speeds, I will recommend you to use the VPS hosting services. So let's start. So for this video we are going to use the WordPress platform. So let's go to the WordPress and build a normal website, and then we will test the results, and then we will go to the our optimization techniques one by one. So this is technique number one, which is to use a perfect and professional web hosting companies. So there are multiple hosting companies to choose from, but I will recommend you to go with Lovato. So let's go to our website and install our details. So fill these details. So for now, as I am in my dashboard, I will create a demo site using Astra or something that like that type of theme. So then we will try to optimize. So first technique is to use a right theme. I am using myself Devi theme from over around 3 years or so. So it never gave me issue with the SEO related thing. but for this video I am going to use the Astra, which is free, and you guys mostly are using the Astra theme. So let's go to the Astra. So from here I will install this theme and I will activate this theme. So now I will click to install starter templates, and it is activating a template. So let's wait for this to install the, so it's already installed. So let's go back and go to the starter templates. So from here we can import a sample template whatever we want. We will use this classic builder, and we are going to use the Elementor as most of you guys are using the Elementor. Example, let's see this theme, and let's go with this one. So let's import this one. So as you guys can see, this is installed now. I will go to my website. So let's view the website. So this is a demo website, how it is looking. So let's test these results, so then we will get the good results. So let's go to the Google PageSpeed and test Google Page with the Google PageSpeed app. So here we can see this is running analysis. So let's wait for it to get the results. So these are the results what we got with using the normal images. So let's do the images part. So first of all, what I done, I downloaded this image of background around, it's like full desktop size image which we don't need. We can use it and crop it. So I downloaded it and I cropped it to the 700 something size, okay, pixel size. Then I re-uploaded this one, so you guys can see these results. And now we are going to do one more thing to compress this one. After cropping the images to the right size, we are going to do the next thing, which is to compress these images. And to compress them, we will use the, first of all, see the results again, so we can have the idea what are the results we are getting. So you guys can see we are getting around 55 here and 83 here, okay, for the desktop 83, and for the desktop it's okay, but no, for the mobile it's not okay, because the results are very low, and we can still improve the results by optimizing the images. So we can do one thing, like we can use the images and decrease the size of these images, and we can basically do this step again and again for all of our images. And now we are going to compress these images after cropping it. To every time you are going to upload the image, you will use this service. This is free one, tiny.png jpg. So what you will do, you will upload your file here, whatever your image here, what you will upload that image. So let's select our image. So this is the image. Let's open it up and select it, and now we are going to see this difference between the size. So let's download it. So the size is decreased, as you guys can see. So now I basically replaced that image. I will upload the image which we compressed, and we are going to use that image. So now as you guys can see, I selected the image. Now I will use this, and I will use my original size, so I am not going to use the cropped size by the WordPress, so it will increase the size. So after doing this, we are going to retest it. So let's see what happened after doing the optimization. You guys can see this, suddenly the optimization score went to the 65, and the image went to the this one image. For the PC it's not improved quite yet, but it actually improved 85 something. So let's see, for the mobile you guys can see it's like rocketly jumped from the below 40s to the 65. So now by doing the images optimization, you will easily get the score around 65 70, in the range of 70. For the PC you will get it into the 80s lines. Okay, so you will do the same steps for the other images. Make sure if it's possible do not use the extra images. Like this person is using 2 images over here, I can just use one. So I can remove this section extra. Also if I want, I can remove this map from here, or I can basically give a link to the map, or I can basically capture this as an image and re-upload it. So I will use this snipping tool. I will basically do one thing. Let me go to the website from here, so it will be easy for us to capture this section. So from here I will do one thing. I will do something like this. I will capture this one and I will basically save this. So to save, I will click to save. So this image is now saved to my PC. So now what I will do, I will go to this image file over here. Right here I will upload this image here. You guys can see it's not done much difference, but we will again download this one to the our folder. So here, so let's download this one here. From here, now what we will do, we will try to reuse this if it's possible for us. We will try to delete this section. If we can open this navigator here, we can see we have this image here now, and we can delete this map. So let's delete this. So it's now deleted. So we will upload our image. Also, if you are doing SEO, then you will use this as title, something like maps of your business name you will type, so it will help the Google to rank. So also for here, so you guys can use the map here, something like your business name, whatever it is, you will do that. And same here for the title. So title is when you will hover over the image, it will show the title, and if image is not loading, then the alt text will show. So let's use the full size again. We do not want the any extra sizes. So this is now saved. So now because this image not have to, or our website not have to load the extra third party service or extra JavaScript from third party, over here we can basically give the link of our map here, and I will update. Once we will save, so it definitely going to increase. So if you are, so by one section you will check whether this section has this thing we can remove or add. We will try to do that. If like here you guys can see over on the background, it has a image of like this apostrophe, something like commas, you guys can see quotes, so quotes image. So we can try to remove this. Let me find where it is. So actually it's hard to find on the Elementor, but you have to find if you are making you are a developer. So this course is beneficial for you, because I am telling you the basic thing most developers don't know. So having the experience over 3 years, I now, as I done the SEO also course, so I learned these things step by step. No one was here to tell me that hey beta come here and do this one. So you have to do by self. So example on this thing, this is not important to use, like this thing here, we can remove that thing, it will not add it. So also for the speed optimization in the for the better results, also you will decrease them as less possible images, and also you will decrease the sizes of images as much as required. For example, for like this tiny size image, I just need 300 or 200 size of image. I can basically zoom it out, so my browser have to not have to spend many time on the rendering the image. So I also can basically, if it's the home page or something like that, I can use like less images on that. So Google will help me on this course. So now if we will retest it again, so let's see we went down or up. So we try to remove that Google location. So now let's try to see if we actually got some better results or there is no difference between the results. So let's check. Retest, we will definitely see. So if you see on the PC, we are now reaching the 90. So now let's do a bulk resizing. So for that we are going to use a plugin which is called Imagify, or you guys can use, if for the video we are going to use this one because this is very popular and it have over 1 million installation. Also this is faster if you have the large website and now it's very old, you should definitely try this one, and you should try to clear some images etc, also from the database junk files. So let's use this w3 double whatever it is. So let's try to use it. So now if you will see on the settings, we will go, so it will say speed up your website, something like that, active save storage, stick to free mode for now. So from here you guys can see it's asking to remove the metadata, something like that you guys can do from the settings. So let's see, reload to these dimensions. So it is asking the maximum size will be this one, so it will re-upload to these sizes, but definitely we are going to decrease this one and I'm going to do this one 1080, something like that. So let's go save these settings and now we will go to the done. So let's try to optimize local images. So now it is optimizing, start optimizing, click to this one. So now it's going to optimize these images. So maybe due to the free plan we have the less things, but I told you that site with the tiny site, that is amazing. For my side I never had this type of plugins, uh, because if your site is old you will definitely use this one, but if your site is new you should definitely try to first compress those images and try one by one, then upload them, and you will be definitely going to get the higher score and the higher speed of website. So let's see. So now these images will basically compress and they will decrease the size and they will try to compress this size, so we will definitely going to get the higher score. After this images part, then the next part is caching. So I divided caching in two parts. Number one is the caching of our HTML, JavaScript and the CSS. So let's understand the concept of this thing. So for that what we are going to do, example on this screen, this is a processing of a normal website. So first of all you will see on the left side there is a user. Once he will send a request, it will go to the server, then the server will call the PHP. If the PHP needs data, and it will call the MySQL server where your username or details of your client is stored, or your settings of WordPress and these things stored. Then it will get that data and then it will compile to the JavaScript, HTML and CSS, and then it will send that to the user, so the user will see that on their screen. But if we are going to have multiple users at the same time, and this will give add load on our server and which will take our website to the slower speed. So for that we are going to use the caching. So if we will use the caching, how it will work, let's see that. So example, there is a user, he will send the request to the server, the server will call the our plugin of PHP, whatever the plugin we installed. The plugin will already have the processed or compiled the code of JavaScript, HTML, and CSS. If the plugin match the URL, and it will send the already compiled version of the HTML, JavaScript, and CSS to user, and it will make or add less load on our server, which will lead us to the high speed of our website. So that's the caching point. What is the caching? Okay, so for going in the plugins part, let's see what we will do. So let's try to do that. So for that we will use the plugin. Again, for the WordPress there are many plugins. So as you are using the Lovato hosting, it also came with this tag cache, but we are going to keep this for later, and first we are going to use the cache. So if you can afford a plugin, I will definitely recommend you to buy this plugin wprocket.me, wprocket. So there is no better alternative at this time for this one. You just have to buy this for 1 year, and then for if you are having single website, you will just buy it for the one time, and then after one time you will get the support for the 1 year, but your plugin will work for the lifetime, because I am myself using on my website the plugin. I bought in, I think so, 2020 or 2021. I never renewed it again, and I am still using it, because the things I need, that are covered in that thing. So for the free plugins also there are many plugins. Example, let me first show you the WP Rocket how it looks. So let me go to this website. So here I'm using this one. So if I will go to the installed plugin, so under the setting you will see this WP Rocket. So here you guys can see I never renewed it again, so it's over now. You guys can see it's giving me offer. So here are two things you just have to do. If you are under the caching, you will go and you will enable the caching for the mobile devices and separate files. Okay, then you will not enable this one, because if you are okay, so if your user are going to log in your website, and this is your website has the dashboard where they interact, then you will not use this one. Otherwise you will use this thing. Then you will reduce the cache span to the 10 hours or the one 24 hours. That will be great. Now for the file optimization, you will under the CSS you will use this minify, and also you will use the combine. So these both are great. And for the JavaScript you will also use the JavaScript. So here for the combine I am not going to do it, because it will break your website. You should try. If it's working, then you should keep it as it is. Otherwise you will try to keep it. So here you are not going to use this deferred JavaScript, because sometimes if you are using the WooCommerce, like your e-commerce website, you will not use this one, and you will also exclude these files. So you guys can see the file I have excluded. You guys can zoom out, and you will type this as it is as here. So delay the JavaScript execution. We will definitely going to use this one, and then we will basically save changes. So for the media, I enabled the lazy load for the images. So then you will not do anything extra here. Activate preloading. So what is preloading? So whenever your website is running, so what it will do, so it will basically automatically do the PHP part, and it will automatically compress your file, and you can say it will compile your file into the HTML, JavaScript, and CSS. When your browser hits the server will not compile them, and not run the PHP file. It will directly serve the the HTML, JavaScript file. So it will save the file loading speed. because once your server will send the request to the database, it will going to take around 300 ms, so which is around 1 point, you guys can say 0.3 seconds. So it's going to take for the database. So when we are going to skip that part, uh, so definitely our website is going to get the faster speed. So preloading links, you will use this one. So for the advanced rules, I excluded these parts. So I want to never cache these files, so I done this thing. So for the database, you guys can see the revisions, so you guys can also optimize your database from here. So for the CDN, you can include your CDN, or this is actually paired one option, but we are not going to do this thing. So let's do one thing. Actually, this will be used when if you are using the external CDN. Example, you are using Bunny CDN and you created your own CNAME record, you will type that here. So it will basically try to work with that and compatible, so it will optimize your images, something like that. So here we are going to reduce the heartbeats over our website. So it's the basically the API for the WordPress. So we will reduce this thing. Over here in the add-ons, we can see there are many add-ons here. So varnish, so if your server is running the varnish cache, we are going to use thing. So this is very best thing. So then we have the web compatibility. Over here we have Cloudflare. So we will discuss that in the second part. So first we will see these things. So after this we have to in the tool, we can we not done many much work yet. So now that was for the WP Rocket. So you can optimize that using that settings for the WP Rocket. So for the other plugin, if you do not have the money to buy that plugin yearly, or you just want to use a free, so you can use the total cache, W3 total cache. So this is the good one here. Also you guys can use this thing called WP fast cache. So these both are similar to each other and they both are great. Also if your server is running the Redis, you guys can ask your hosting provider, so you will install this one. This is very great thing, because what is it? Redis cache is a service which is installed on the server. It basically have the data in your server's RAM. What it do, it already have the results of your given URL, whatever the URL. For example, your home URL, it will have the already results of compiled HTML, JS and CSS examples, and it will just once your user will hit that URL on the server will just go to the Redis cache and just send that result to the user. It even skips the PHP part, so it makes your website even faster, and the most big websites and they are using this service. Okay, so now here we have the W3 total cache. So Redis is not hard, so you just have to install it and you will just activate it, and that's it for this one. So for the W3 cache, we are going to use this one for now. So you guys also use the WP fastest cache. This is also a great plugin you can use. Also if your website is using the the Open Lightspeed server, that's the Open Lightspeed. Let me show you what is Open Lightspeed. So okay, mostly websites use the Apache. You should try to avoid the websites hosting services which are using the Apache. You should go to the Nginx, Nginx or Nginx, whatever it is, or go with the Open Lightspeed. It's very fast than the Apache, so it will definitely going to increase your website. For example, if you are getting 50 on the Apache, it will give you the 80 results on the Nginx and the around 85 on the Open Lightspeed. So how this is fast. So we are using for the hosting, shared hosting, we are currently using Nginx, which is very fast and it's reliable and it's secure. So for here in the performance, we will go to the dashboard and we will enable these settings one by one. So let's accept these things. Let's go to the test page cache. So you guys can see we have this thing around 800 something. We can see in our server we don't have the Redis cache because this is shared hosting. So you should definitely try to get the VPS server if you want to, if your speed matter for your business. You should definitely try to go with the VPS server, and you can install like CyberPanel on it for that's a great one. And also you guys can ask the support team to set up that for you. Maybe it will be paid, but once set up you don't have to do some many much thing other than securing by self doing the right thing. So then here, so you guys can see the enhanced it's recommended something. So we will go next. So that's the previous. So disk basic enhanced recommended whatever. So then the will use the database cache. So as I told, the database will take the speed, but we are not going to do much thing here. Let's start the object cache. We are going to use the disk one here, and for the browser cache we are going to enable this one, and for the image optimization we will use the WP converter. So what is it? It's latest protocol for the images. You guys can also use the WebP images. Basically it provides the uh, functionality of the PNG, but in the size like in the JPG, because JPG files are very less size. You can also use this one for the images mostly, or you guys can use the whatever the SVG images. So then we will go to the next thing, and here for the lazy load, let's go to the enable the lazy load images because this is important, and then we will go to the dashboard. So that's the setup complete. So now we have do not have to do many things. So let's you guys can see it's recommending us to buy the bunny, so we are not going to do that. Also I'm going to recommend you to use this one called service image kit. It's free IO. You can let me show you. Let me log in this from. So if you can see, I am using the free plan. So here once you will be logged into the image kit, you will go to the media library and you will basically upload the images which are mostly on the home page, something like that. And you can see I'm mostly using the JPEG, and you will upload them, and then you will, what you will do, you will get the link for the images. Like you can basically do one thing. Let me show you how. Okay, sorry. I was doing the right thing. You will copy this link from here and you will use this as an image in the Elementor or something. For example, here I want to use that image. I will basically do one thing. I will recommend you let me insert from the URL. I'm going to use this like this thing. So this image now it will be faster. So why? Because that is CDN, for the images, and that will do the heavy load for me to serve the images, because the mostly the images are the which are the reason of slowness of your website. So once you will use the image kit like the CDN, it will definitely going to increase your website speed by, you guys can say the, let's use this one, whatever it is. So let's this insert this image for this one. Now maybe the size is not correct, but let's try to use this one. So as we are testing, so now let's try to use this again and retest the results. Also for the minify, we are going to enable these things here. Rewrite, also enable the minify for the HTML. So here for the CSS, we are going to also combine and minify also, and we are going to save this one. So you will go by one. Mostly you have to do these things. Note these things. You will minify the HTML, and for the CSS and JavaScript, you will combine them and minify them. Okay. So for the database, we are using the cache as we told. So now we don't have to. Okay. So we don't have to do this much things. So here let's see the results. So now it's 91 and 69. Okay, so let's try to use the, if you are not going to buy the WP Rocket, it will definitely going to hurt you, because there is no compatible at the market other than there is another cache. I do remember. So if you are working on a very big project, or the speed matters for you, and you can afford 90 or 70 something $80 per month to pay for the Object Cache Pro, you can use this. Also do remember, you have to use the server or VPS server. For this one, you can install the cyber panel, and then you can install this plugin on your WordPress. Okay, so this is the plugin which have the lot of features. Okay, now let's go to the CDN part. I think so that's what we can do here. So for the CDN, we are going to, first of all, in our hosting we have this CDN. So let's go to back to the web hosting panel. Here if we see, we have the web edge caching option here, and we can cache our files. So let's enable the cache, and here we are going to enable this cache also. And in the web optimization, we are going to use the one click to optimize everything, but you can basically collapse white spaces, something like that. You can do extend cache, preload the DNS, and also you will do like move CSS to head. Also you will do like, from here I will not recommend you to use this mostly, because this will going to, so you can use the lazy load here also. So these are the mostly things you can do from here. So now we will go to the web optimization, and from here we will just purge the cache for the one time. Let's let it load. So we will going to purge this cache for now, and then in the stack cache, in the plugin, where is our plugin, in this stack cache we are going to enable this one. So let's remove PHP session cookies, remove all cookies from home. You can make automatic purging, everything like that. Cache exclusion, you can exclude the files. So enable the cache. Okay, so once your settings are saved, now it will do the heavy load. So our website will be using the cache from the plugins and also from the CDN. So now it will going to get us a high speed. So let's see if we are able to achieve it. So already we are at the 91. What we want, we just want the best thing what we can do. So another thing after this will be, I will be showing that to you. You can also try that techniques will be like everything. So you can see it's now going to reach the 80, and for the desktop, let's wait for the desktop actually. So now it's 94. You can see as we go with the, as we gone with that thing, we definitely going to get this score. So now the thing we are left with the professional or enterprise CDN. So we can do that also, but for now let me give you another technique to do. Go to the, do not try to break your file, but go to the appearances and themes. Okay, and from here you will go to the theme file editor. So try to find, if your theme has the option for the header or something like that, so you will do one thing, you will basically add that code there, but I am going to tell you the amazing thing. You will, from here you will go to theme header. Okay, and from here you are going to do one thing. So if you see this one here, under here you are going to do the code what I am going to tell you. You will basically come to here under the head section here and paste this thing here, and now what you will do, whatever your domain name is, copy that and paste that here. Okay, this one line code will do this thing, that it will tell the browser of customer that load this IP of this server of like luvato.top and keep it is as in the browser, and next time when you will go to the next page, it will use that IP to automatically bypass the DNS server process. So it takes around 0.02 seconds to fetch the DNS from ISP or internet provider. It will skip that part and it will going to increase our website speed. So let's update this file and you will save this once again. So now we are going to go to the menu. If you see, we have this like menu here. If we go to the view source, we will see definitely PageSpeed DNS here also, but we are looking for the DNS prefetch /prefetch. Okay, so that one we have included. So it's best like this one, like they used, but we use that like that. So let me also do something like that. So this best thing is to do something like this. Okay, around that time here. So now let's go to the best part of this video, which is going to use this Cloudflare, but not like the other ones who show you Cloudflare. We are going to use this one, but here you will basically sign up here. Once you will sign up, add your website, whatever it is your website, you will do that. So now we have to just wait for the Cloudflare to load its dashboard. Sometimes it loads, sometimes it not, so we just have to wait for this one to load. So now here what you are going to do, you will add a new site here, whatever is your website name, you will type that here. Okay, so now what it will do, it will basically fetch the plans or something like that details, then it will also, so we are going to use this free plan for now. Okay, so now what you have to do, once your website is ready, so now you have to, let's wait for this quick scan. So it's scanning our DNS records, whatever the name servers, so then it will give us new name servers to point our website on them. So we will basically use their name servers. So you guys can see, and now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to re-add this one. So this was the correct domain, we accidentally added that domain which was not our. So we will copy these name servers and then we will go to our Lovato hosting, and if you bought the domain from here like me, then you will go to manage name servers, go there and use these name server here. Okay, So I will paste these name servers and then I will click to save. So now we just have to check domain name servers. So I think so it will take. Okay, so then we are going to do the same things. Let's do this one save here, and save this one, summary. Okay, finish. Okay, so now we will go to the speed, in the cache we are going to into the configuration, we are going to increase to the 1 hour, 1 day, always on TM. Then in the cache rules we will create a new rule, global, we can say global whatever it is, maybe my spelling is wrong. Okay, so then we are going to use hostname equals to or contains, you can say lovato.top. Okay, so eligible for cache, and from here you are going to do one thing, you will use this thing, and here you are going to use this thing here, ignore ttlt cache. Okay, so then whatever you will do, and then you will click to deploy this one. Okay, so from here we are going to use 1 hour or 1 day. Okay, so we are going to deploy this one, global edge cache is done. What is going to do, it's going to give us faster speeds. You will go to the dashboard and you will disable this above cache option. So how to disable this one, go to your users, you will disable this bar because it's going to show in the browser. What it's going to do, it's going to cache the browser from all over the world, and it's going to use that. So one thing, important thing is, you can exclude the URLs which are like account areas. How you are going to do that, let me tell you. So let's save this one here. Example, you have the does not contain, you can say something like account something. So it will check that if your URL not have this account thing something like in it, it will uh, not if it has, it will not cache, otherwise it will cache the other URLs. Okay, so now it's over 1 day and the all settings we have completed, and now let's see the results of our optimization after the DNS propagation is already things these are done. So let's see the results of our website. So I performed 3 different tests over here. Number one is on week got 99 on the PC and around 82 on the mobile, which is very good because on the mobile we are not optimized the images very well, and we are still not using the uh, paid plugins like WP Rocket, like those plugins, and we are still able to get 82 on mobile and 99 on desktop. Here I again perform the test same on the PC, and over here you can see it's around 79. So then I again perform the test on the mobile, we are able to get the 88, and on the desktop we were able to get the 93, and over here we get, so means we are able to get this score after using the techniques which I told in this course. So if you want to learn these things, it will take time, but slowly and gradually you will learn them, and once you will add those things into your system or your website, or apply these techniques, then you are definitely going to learn the images. So over here, like, these are the problems. So if you see, this is our website and you can see the content on this. This is basically the demo content which came from the theme, and we just replaced 2 or 3 images on this website, and we not optimized it very well, but we are still able to get that. So you can see if we go to menus, reviews, pages, contact, So it's loading like rocket speed. So that's called the good speed. So for the websites, so if you will stay to this course, and you will learn or understand the things which I said from my experience, you are definitely going to learn. You can see the results speaks for themselves. You can see here.